We are continuing with this discussion that we started a few weeks ago. And one of the common comments I've been seeing under that video is some people are saying we can just move to those countries and take over their economies. But you realize that the places where depopulation is happening on a greater scale is Western Europe and America, actually North America greatly. And one of the things that those countries are doing right now specifically is that they're tightening up their avenues for immigration for people from other countries. And number two, they're investing heavily on automation. So basically what they're saying is that they're getting prepared to weather the days when they will not have enough people as a working population, actively working population. Add to that most of them are actually in some serious debt. There's actually a report I saw yesterday, was it yesterday or today, that to say that the government of France is basically collapsing into itself. US's government was shut down just the other day. So most of the things they're doing, especially with the move towards the far right and things like that, is that they're tightening up their immigration policies and also laws, and also reducing the number of ways you can get into those countries. So ultimately, what that will mean is that unless you're number one, well off, and number two, well educated, you'll not be able to make your way into those countries. They'd much rather prefer to invest in automation and in robotics and mechanics to have surplus in labor without necessarily depending on human beings, living, breathing human beings. So where that leaves the rest of the population, especially in places like Africa and the southern hemisphere, is if you have too many people and you cannot feed them, then you will have to resort to uncanny, unorthodox, and sometimes even inhumane ways of controlling population. And also you become almost like a beggar, and you know beggars are not choosers. So one way or another, those people will end up taking advantage of you. And what do you need when you don't have enough people, but you're still producing? Markets. And that's why things like Bill Gates coming into Africa so aggressively. People are focusing mostly on things he's doing with regards to population control. But that is not his major aim. His major aim is on the number one, the food and agricultural production industry, and number two, on health. Because they know that as long as you can control food production, you can control how much of the environment people can interact with openly, how much of the ecosystem people can interact